Hey guys, welcome back to the Paper Lion. Today I am going to be showing you guys these beautiful little frames, framed tags that I did with the paper dolls from Tim Holtz. But before that, welcome back guys. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you're returning, thank you as well for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I apologized in the last video, but I've been kind of like not into it this past week, but I'm trying to get that sorted out and get things, going because there's a lot going on over here. But anyway, what I am going to be using today is some tags. I cannot believe all of those mass made tags that we did together. All of this size was completely gone. So I had to make some more of this size. This by far, I believe, is my favorite. And then this one on top of it. This one and this size. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you this two ways that you can fill your frame in to kind of give you a little bit of a see-through effect on that. And also I'm going to show you something extra that you can do with these little guys when we're done. But anyway, we're going to start with the vellum. I'm using vellum today. I bought this vellum from Temu over probably the beginning of the year or something like that. And I rarely get a chance to use it. I'm trying to see which side is the image up. Okay, I got one that's dragonflies, one with like botanicals and things like that. But anyway, I think I am going to use, which one did I use on this one? I think I'm going to use this one with the insects and botanicals on this one. So I am going to use that for this. I think if you're going to be using vellum, I think it would be probably easier if you're going to be using, I didn't mention, I'm going to be using these little frames. Of course, if you can find them at Hobby Lobby, they come in an assortment. I'm going to be using two of the clusters from the Paper Dolls by Tim Holtz. I've got also a pre-cut little piece of linen here. And I'll show you how you can embellish these guys at the end. All right, but if you're using the vellum one and this frame, I suggest using a frame that's going to be easy to cut around. This one has a lot of dips in it, and so that could get kind of tough really quick. So anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be gluing this down to where we want it on the frame. On the vellum. These guys have this white back, and I wish that was kind of like an adhesive like tape that you could peel off on the back of that. How are you guys doing? Today is, I believe, Labor Day. I'm off today, so that's why I'm here getting some videos done while I have some time. Okay, I'm just going to frame mine where I like it. And when you're working with vellum, of course, you want to make sure that you don't move the glue around much, because that's not very cute when you can see all the glue through vellum. So I'm just going to run around the edges, making sure that there are no like major seepage areas happening around here. Okay. Oh yes, everything is moving quickly over here. School, homeschool, work, everything. This past weekend, my daughter took me out for a night on the town. I had recently turned 48. And so her and my son and his significant other joined me for a lovely dinner. And then afterwards, my daughter, myself, and my cousin, Sharon, went out for a little night on the town. We did a little dancing, which was fun, but also tiring. Okay, so now that you have this glued in the place that you want it, we're just going to go ahead and go around and cut. Let me get some of this extra glue so it's not going all on my scissors. We're just going to basically cut that out. And if you have not mass made the journals, the tags with me, I'm going to link that video below. That way you can see how you can get the most out of your piece sheet when you're making your own little tags. And they'll be in lots of different little shapes that you can use for a lot of your little projects. I hope I'm on screen here. But yes, like I said, if you're going to be cutting out the vellum like this, you're going to make sure you want to use one of the frames that doesn't have. And this would also work. I also made a video. If you cannot come across these frames in particular, I also will link the other video. I've made some handmade frames like this, and I'll link that video below as well. So we're just going to cut this out. And I'm going to try to get a quiet time crafting done this week. Do not quote me on that. I will do my best, but let me tell you, I am missing it. That time to just be able to sit down quietly and craft. Okay, so now that we have that one out of the way, we're going to just sit that one aside. I think that's so pretty. Even if you wanted to just add this to a page, just pop that down with a photo or something behind it. I think that's so beautiful just the way that is. I absolutely love that. Okay, so now we're going to set that to the side, and let's go ahead and move on while that dries to this next one. And basically we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to stretch this across, making sure it's as tight as possible when we glue it down. So you want to make sure you get your edges, especially on this one. I'm starving, guys. I think after this one, I'm going to try to do one more, and then I'm going to go take lunch and relax for the rest of the day. Hopefully I can get some time to do more. I've already recorded one video this morning, so hopefully I can get another one done really quick, or get some more done later this week. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we are going to pull it to where there's try to get a little bit sticking out for aesthetics on all sides. This piece of fabric that I'm using is a little wrinkled, so you'll be able to see that. But if you can manage to stretch it out a little bit, maybe I can stretch out some of those wrinkles. Not completely, but somewhat, just by stretching your fabric across your glue to get it glued where you want it. So it's not as bad as it was. Okay, so now that we have our two pieces glued here, let's go ahead and start assembling things, because it's so simple after this. Basically, again, we are going to come with our glue, and we are going to trace our frame. No rocket science going on there. And then we are going to place it wherever we like. And I love this effect of having the fabric come out on the edge, because it extends your journal card, and it just gives it a little bit extra life and texture. Okay, now that we got that one, let's move on and do the same thing with this one. And this also helps block off a little bit. It kind of diffuses the words behind it. So like if you don't really necessarily like, especially with this one, if you don't necessarily like the words that are being, said on the page, then this is a way. Because, you know, if you find you've made tags with a book page and then you go back and you're like, oh my God, what is going on in this page? Then, you know, you're like, I don't want to throw that away. This is a way to use those pages up and be able to hide those from, you know, diffuse them so that they're not as bad. I don't know why I'm closing that up. Okay, so now we are going on to the fun part, and we're going to be using our little paper dolls. I liked the clusters, and you'll see why in a minute. I think it works better for this project if you're having like these smallish clusters. And we are going to take this, and we are basically going to just make sure that we're not going over our glue line. We want to have them kind of off in the center, so we want to look at our points and make sure we know where we're gluing, because we're not going to glue the back of them. We're just going to glue, I think I went a little over with the glue. Glue them just like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing for these ladies over here. Going to measure them. Okay. You can choose to try to ink them if you want to. I don't find it necessary. Okay. And that is basically it. I'm going to set these off to the side to dry and show you how you can kind of embellish the other ones. Now, I love these. The reason I wanted to use clusters is because now you can take a tag, a smallish tag, and stick it right back there, and the tag is framed. So now you have a tagged frame, or a tagged tag, a tagged frame tag, something of the sort. But you can do that, and it also, like, you can, if you wanted to do like, I started to do it, but I didn't for the video. If you wanted to take some of the, it's not embossing cream, but it's the kind, oh, not modeling clay. Oh my God, I can't think of it. Anyway, it's like, it's almost like a liquid. It's like a thick-ish liquid, and you use it with your stencils. I can't, somebody in the comments will know what I'm talking about, but you can just pop that in. And if you want to be a little extra fancy, you can get out some of your really pretty embellishments. And I'm just going to take 2 here and pop it down on this one. This is the last that I have of that. I really absolutely love that. You can either pop it there, but if you're going to put a tag there with some frills on it, that I think that would be a little bit too much. So let's just pop it down here at the bottom. Making sure we get a nice little glue bead on there. Don't go anywhere. All right. And so we just popped that there. I got glue on my fingers. And if you do not want, I don't think I have any full, like, little, let me see, what do I have close to my, give me 1 second, guys. Let me grab something over here. I'm back. You could always kind of just like embellish with little flowers or something over here if you want to do something like that. Very simple. Is that 2? Yes, that is 2. If you have stickle, you could go back through there with some stickle, add a little pizzazz there. I don't have my small, really small little embellishments over here, so I'm not going to put anything into the center because the only things that I have are like really colorful, and this is kind of muted, so I'm not going to do all of that. But you guys get the idea of how you can dress those up even further. Alright guys, this is such a beautiful and quick little tutorial. I really hope that you can find a way to use these in your projects. And as always, if you do, please feel free to share some of the things that you've made from the videos that I make. I'll leave my email in the link or in the description below, and I'll also leave a link to the other 2 videos that I mentioned. Well, anyway guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your patience with me not being able to get more videos out for the last week. But anyway guys, I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye.